Today we're going to have a quick look at myrccoach.com, get you started with the new app. So first thing you're going to want to do is just navigate to myrccoach.com in your web browser or on your mobile device. And you'll be greeted with the splash screen. So just gives you a little bit of info about what you can expect inside the app. If you want to have a quick read through that, that's up to you. And first thing you're going to want to do is sign up. So we'll click that button there and we come to your sign in screen. Click over to sign up and you can enter some basic information about yourself so that we can get an account started for you. There is no cost, no need for a credit card. We don't retain sensitive data, never going to sell your data, none of that sort of garbage. So just enter your first and last name, choose your own username, enter your email address, password. You do have to answer a couple of security questions, and that's purely for if you forget your password, we can reset that for you after you've answered some security questions so that we know that it's you. You will see down the bottom here a browse community setup sheets that's currently not active. That will be coming soon, so exciting new feature that we're working on. For me, I've already got an account, so I'm going to just sign in here. And in we go. So this is your dashboard. A little bit of navigation up the top here, so you can go to your setup tips, your fleet, transponders, setup sheets, training parts, and some resources. Just a couple of quick links down here. So if you land here, you've already signed in, you can quickly access any features. And what we're going to do first, we're going to skip the setup tips for now. We'll cover that in another video. This is just to get you started. So we'll go to My Fleet. This is where you're going to record all of your RC cars. So you can see here I've got a Team Associated V6.4 setup. I've got a setup sheet assigned to it. This is a Brent Tilke setup sheet that I'm having a look at. And I've got a transponder number assigned to it, and I don't have an ESC setup sheet assigned to it yet. And down here just is my transponder register. To add a new car, simple, add vehicle, select a manufacturer. We do have a lot of different manufacturers in here, a lot of the common ones. It's not everybody, but most of them are in there. I'm going to set up a new Techno vehicle. If your manufacturer is not there, just hit custom and you can type your own manufacturer. I'm going to stick with this one, and same with the model. If your model's not in the list, you can just hit custom and you can type it in. I do have a lot of the common ones in here. If your model's missing, feel free to get in touch with me and just say, hey, can you add this one? And I'll add it to the database. Simple as that. Let's add an EB48 2.2. Status is active. It can be inactive, it can be under repair. Inactive is, your typical shelf queens, and cars you've broken that you're still working on. You don't need to set a status; it defaults to active. So I'll save that, and here's my new Techno RC EB48 2.2. I can add a photo. I'm just going to go to my demonstration file, add photo of an EB48 2.2. You don't need to add a photo. You can if you wish. Just makes it easier to select. I feel makes it easier to find your car. Currently don't have a setup sheet or transponder or ESC against this. To add a transponder, you can just click down here. You can also navigate it to it up here. This is the only transponder I've got set up. I'll quickly add another one with a fake number. And you can select which vehicle that's going to be assigned to. You don't have to. You can just leave it in your kit. So if you don't have all of your transponders installed, that's fine. Just means you need to buy more RC cars. So we can see now I've got that transponder number assigned to my EB48 2.2. If I go back to my fleet, you can see that it's assigned the transponder number to that car. Setup sheets. This could be a whole video in itself, but we'll go through it pretty quickly. I have a couple of setup sheets here already for the B6.4, and you can see this is the one I have installed for my in the B6.4 at the moment. And this is a setup sheet from Brent Tilke, just got it off their website. And I've added some information about it, and I've selected that it's currently installed on the car. If I want to view it, just tap on the icon and it brings up your setup sheet. Opens a little bit differently on mobile devices, but yeah, still tap on it and it'll open up. Creating a new setup sheet, pretty simple. Just hit the new setup sheet, select a vehicle. So I'm going to select the EB48 2.2. I'm going to upload an image. There we go. Image is uploaded. You will notice I've got this little tooltip up top here, just saying that there is sometimes a bug, particularly on mobile devices, where the first time you go to upload the image, it says that it's failed. It has actually worked in the background, and if you were to reload that page, you would see it. But what I find the easiest way at the moment, while that bug's still active, is just re-upload that image, and you'll see it the second time around. Setup name. I'm pretty sure this is just a kit setup, so I'm just going to call it a kit setup for my Techno RC. So it's selected that vehicle because I've selected that from my list here, so it's auto-populated these fields. Track name is not applicable for this one, but you can put your track that this setup is related to, and the surface type. Again, I've got the common ones in there. If your surface type's not there, just hit other, and that'll give you the option to enter your own surface type. I'm going to say this one's for clay, and surface conditions are low grip. And then you can put some notes about your setup in there if you wish, and save setup. And there we go. That setup sheet is saved. If I wanted to, I could say that is now currently installed in my vehicle. So there's our setup sheet. I can click on it, I can view it again. The zoom's a little bit weird because of the image that I've uploaded, but that's fine. And back to my fleet. So here we can now see that I've got the kit set up in there. There's a link to it, so I can go straight to that setup sheet if I want. And transponders in there. So there we go. We've got our fleet set up. We've entered a setup sheet. We've entered some transponders, and we're ready to go. Thanks for listening. I hope you're getting some enjoyment out of this app. Hope you find it useful. At any time you can get a hold of me. You can request a feature if there's something particular you want added to this app. Just let me know about it. We'll have a look at it. I can't do everything, but if it's something that's within my power to add and I think it's going to add some value, then for sure, let's have a look at it.